like, where is Jay?
All right, let's get this link, send it to the viewers lounge.
I am so ready for my 3 days off, y'all. It could not come quicker.
What bet?
All right, friends, hello and welcome to your. This is the fifth tribal council, but the plot twist is first tribal council of the season. Before we start the official tribal council, I know that for one person here, they've experienced this a lot. For the other two, you've only experienced this at the first tribal council. So we have our wheel.
Can I play an advantage right now?
You can, yes.
Okay.
What advantage would you like to play?
I would like to prevent Laura from coming off the wheel.
All right. So I can confirm that this is a real advantage called the entity's disfavor. Unfortunately, that means Laura will not have a chance at the wheel tonight. It'll only be the four of you, unless anyone else has anything they'd like to say. All right. Well, in that case, we are going to go in alphabetical order from the tribe. So first, we're going to go to Cassie. Unfortunately, it looks like Cassie, you're still on the hook. You are still here at Tribal Council. Next up is Cody. All right, Cody's not here, but Cody is still hooked. Next up, we go to Jay.
Oh, oh, dang.
Oh, that was close.
So
I know.
close, Jay, but unfortunately, you are still here at Tribal Council. We are skipping Laura because of the power played. And last but not least is X. All right, and X is also hooked, which means we have five people at Tribal Council today. And I'm going to stop my screen and hand it off to Grace.
First tribal council as a swapped tribe. So this is going to be a little shorter because there are only three of y'all in attendance here. But I will go ahead and start with X. So X, you want to tell us what you guys had to do for the challenge and how does it feel being at tribal, especially with such a small group?
Um, the challenge was scavenger hunt. You gave us items worth 1 point, 5 points, 10 points, and we just had to try and find as many as we could. We had to have ourselves in the photo, obviously, and we had to make sure that it was prod approved. So it light up green in the Excel doc. Um, it was fun, I will say. I thought we did good as a tribe. I think we were all thinking we were going to win. I've never seen people put so much effort as a group into a challenge, so I was feeling really good. And we got third, so that's what caused us to be here. Um, I think all of us kind of had to give her the shock of losing. I thought we really did feel good as a tribe, so I think that kind of hit us. In terms of how it feels to be at tribal, I mean, this is my second one as Jay's and Cody's, but it's never fun being at tribal. I don't enjoy being here. In fact, I was happy to get through one tribal, and now I have to get through another one. So not great.
So, Cassie, this is now your fourth tribal council you are attending in a row. And you got off your precinct tribe who went to those three, and you're on the new tribe now back here. how are you feeling with this now, with having to come to tribal consecutively like this?
I mean, the fact that on Monday and Tuesday I was driving all over Vegas looking for some of these items. I'm talking like probably 10 hours between the 2 days, driving to different places trying to find these items because I wanted to avoid being here. I mean, I love you guys, but like I didn't want to be here tonight. I did everything in my power to avoid being here tonight. And it's, somebody must have had like a grandma who had like a bunch of the older items. Like, I don't know anybody who has a ventriloquist doll. Like, again, that just feels like something that you raid grandma's basement for. And unfortunately, like, I don't have a grandma. Actually, I don't have any grandmas. So, that was not an option for me. And unfortunately, yeah, it just sucks. Like it's very demoralizing because yeah, for me, this is number 4 in a row. Like I have not, other than the one that doesn't really count because nobody actually left the game at that one. I've been to every tribal so far. So, not does not feel great. I like these people, but it does I hate being here.
So I'm gonna go to Jay. So Jay, you were just came from the tribe where your only tribal experience was not voting somebody out of the game. It was to send them to the other tribe, and you are now at your first official tribal council where someone will be going home. How are you feeling now that you've come from a winning streak to now having to be a part of a smaller group voting for somebody?
I mean, I think we all knew at some point. I mean, I knew at some point I'd eventually get here to tribal council where it actually matters. But obviously, I wish I could have held it up a little bit longer. But I mean, this is the first time I'm gonna be testing loyalties per se. This is the first time like where I'm counting on the people who say they're gonna vote a certain way to actually come through with that, and it matters, and especially for this round as well. So I mean, um, it's a good early. It's good to go early so you can just test those loyalties early. So when you get later in the game, you don't have to worry about those people having your back or not. So yeah, I mean, I'd rather still be safe, but gotta do it anyways.
So since there are 3 of you, each of you, I will be asking you another question. So y'all get an extra question tonight. So X, as you guys are seeing, there's only 5 of you on this tribe. What are things you are looking for in regards to how you will decide your votes with there being so little to work around?
For me personally, I looked at 2 things. I wanted to use my vote as a way to showcase my where I'm at and kind of show my word's gonna match what I'm saying to people. I think that's big. That's been, I think, the biggest gripe that my original tribe probably had when we didn't go to tribal is none of us could actually showcase what we're doing. We can say all we want all day long on calls, texts, whatever, but and actually getting to use my actions to show where I'm at, I think's big. What I'm looking for in terms of who I'm going to vote. I think what makes sense for me the most. I think it goes along with showing my vote, but I also think I'm going to do what I feel makes the most sense for me. So,
and I'm going to go back to Cassie. So we just saw something happen before this wheel spin, and Cassie did play a power where she was able to prevent Laura from being able to escape tribal council. What was your thought process in this decision, and what was your thought process in this decision you made?
My biggest thing is like again, yeah, going into a swap, you never want to be on the wrong side of the numbers, and that I mean, I as much as like I genuinely like the people I swapped with, like honestly couldn't have asked for better humans to, get to play with. Like at the end of the day, like amazing people or not, I'm still technically on the wrong side of the numbers, and I can hope all I want that, that maybe that won't be how it's played, but at the same time, like I got to protect myself. And so where, I feel fairly confident that you know, if my former tribe mate is here, I'm much safer. So than if it's just me. So I didn't want to take that risk.
Okay, so going back to Jay, so Cassie brings up former tribe mate. So something that from the swap that has occurred is that all three tribes are three OG Dying Light and two Rookie Spirits. Do you feel that how much do you feel that tribe lines are going to matter? OG tribe lines will matter moving forward.
I mean, it just depends on the situation that you find yourself in on both sides of the tribe. I mean, there might be somebody on our tribe who's with the other two people from our original tribe that we just want out, that they just want out. And the Rookie Spear tribe could still have two players after they go to tribal. Um, I don't think it's like we should just say it's going to just be tribal lines moving forward because I think people are looking forward to the merge coming soon and you'd be doing yourself a disservice if you didn't attempt to talk to these new people because you're going to be meeting more new people, and it's best you get your foot in with the people you can get your foot in with now as opposed to later when they meet back up with people they've already met, and if they're not feeling you then you might be in trouble. So yeah, I say you just got to take advantage of the situation you're in.
So, um, going to the joint questions. So, if you think you are the person going home at this tribal council and Seb will be reading your name off tonight, raise your hand. Okay, we got Cassie's feeling maybe, and then the other two confident. Alrighty. And if y'all were to compare this round to a horror movie at all, what would it be and why? Be as creative as you would like to.
Um, I'll answer. I don't know if anyone else has. I was gonna say Jaws because like this was very much like the Jaws was bigger. The vote looming over us, I felt was very reminiscent of Jaws. Like it's somebody's getting got. Somebody's getting got tonight. Um, it's just it was very much the slow start of the day. Like it was very much oh hello hi have you heard a name? No, you haven't heard a name. Kind of day, and then eventually it kicked off, and then I think that's evidenced by the events already at Tribal.
I'd compare it to spring setting because I'm disappointed that we're even here to begin with. So
Well,
Actually scared to see that movie.
speaking of speaking of Scream 7, does anyone else have anything else they would like to say or have any pre-votes advantage? Now would be the time to play them. All right. It is time to vote. Go in your prod chat and either submit your vote, bump your vote, change your vote, whatever you feel you need to do. As well, we are live with the Viewers Lounge, so you can make any shout outs. I will be back with the votes.
Shout out to Austin, who I've pretty much ignored most of my time here. I apologize.
Shout out to Z, who is ignoring his need for sleep in order to watch this. So I appreciate you.
All right, friends. I have the votes, but first, if anyone has any hidden immunity items or advantages and they'd like to play them, now would be the time to do so. All right, Laura stands. Laura was not able to be here, but Laura has pre-played and hidden a mini idol on herself, meaning all votes cast for Laura will not count. Anything else? All right, votes are locked. When I had the final vote, or when I read the final vote, that person will have just a couple of seconds to say their goodbyes if they're on the Zoom, and we will go on our merry way. First vote. Laura does not count. Laura does not count. Laura will not count. Cody. That's 3 votes for Laura that do not count. 1 vote, Cody. Fifth and final vote. And the next person voted out of Distortion Survivor Curse Legacies, Cody. Cody's unfortunately not here, but if they have any final words, I will send them to the tribe chat. That being said, wow, what a finish to this tribal council. I am very excited to see what the future holds for this season and for y'all. That being said, your tree mail will be sent out in a few moments. That being said,